Some prisons are designed not just to hold men, but to erase hope itself. In America, the Supermax fortress of ADX Florence is called the Alcatraz of the Rockies. In Russia, the icy walls of the infamous Black Dolphin promise that no inmate will ever walk free again. But which nation truly commands the title of the world's most secure prison? Tonight, we take you behind the steel doors, past the watchtowers, into the heart of fear itself, where escape is impossible, survival is uncertain, and the battle for control never ends. Prisons reflect the fears of their nations. In the United States, the modern Supermax system was born in the late 20th century, fueled by a rising wave of violent crime and terrorism. In Russia, the legacy stretches back centuries, shaped by czars, gulags, and an obsession with control through suffering. Both systems were designed for one purpose: absolute dominance over those society has condemned. And yet, the philosophies could not be more different. One hides inmates in silence, the other breaks them through ritual humiliation. Hidden in the mountains of Colorado lies ADX Florence, a fortress built for the worst of the worst. Inside, silence rules. Prisoners like the Unabomber, cartel kingpins, and terrorists spend 23 hours a day in concrete boxes the size of a bathroom. Windows are so small, inmates can't even see the horizon, only a sliver of sky. The prison's design ensures no eye contact, no touch, no chance of human warmth. Security experts call it escape-proof. Inmates call it a living tomb. On the border of Kazakhstan, Russia hides its most feared prison, Black Dolphin. The inmates here are murderers, terrorists, cannibals, serial killers. When they move, guards force them to bend at the waist, blindfolded, arms twisted behind their backs. This humiliating shuffle means no prisoner ever sees the path out. Over 700 men serve fee sentences here, and not a single escape has been recorded. Survival isn't just hard, it's almost impossible. In America's ADX Florence, guards rely on technology: motion sensors, cameras, remote-controlled doors. Human contact is minimized. In Russia's Black Dolphin, guards rely on dominance. Prisoners are searched up to 6 times a day. Lights never turn off. Even sleep becomes a weapon. While America isolates, Russia intimidates. Both methods ensure one thing: absolute submission. At ADX Florence, prisoners eat alone. Meals are slid through a slot, and exercise means pacing in a tiny concrete pen caged from the sky. At Black Dolphin, meals are watery soup and black bread. Prisoners share cells stripped of comfort, under 24-hour surveillance. Neither system offers rehabilitation, only survival. Every day reminds inmates of a single truth: freedom is gone forever. Security isn't just steel and concrete, it's the mind. ADX Florence crushes with sensory deprivation. Inmates lose track of days, voices, even reality itself. Black Dolphin attacks through relentless routine and humiliation. Men shuffle, bend, obey. Over time, both methods break identity, leaving prisoners alive but emptied. In the end, control is the real weapon, and both nations wield it without mercy. Security is measured by the impossible dream of escape. At ADX Florence, no prisoner has ever broken free. Inmates are sealed behind motion detectors, steel doors, and patrols that never rest. In Russia's Black Dolphin, the humiliation walk and endless surveillance make escape unthinkable. Both prisons boast a perfect record, but the question remains: are they secure because of walls, or because hope itself has been destroyed? ADX Florence houses names carved into American nightmares: Ramzi Youssef, mastermind of the 1993 World Trade Center bombing; Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, Mexico's most notorious drug lords. Even leaders of Al-Qaeda. Each man locked in a cell built to erase him. No contact, no stage, no power, only silence. For America, security means invisibility. Inside Black Dolphin live men whose crimes defy imagination. Serial killers who claimed dozens of lives, terrorists who slaughtered innocents, even cannibals who fed on victims. These are not men who inspire sympathy but fear. Russia responds with merciless control, forcing monsters to live like broken animals, caged forever in a ritual of obedience. America trusts machines. Cameras sweep every inch of ADX Florence, sensors detect the faintest movement, and electronic locks seal every door. Russia trusts people. At Black Dolphin, guards themselves are the security system, trained to dominate, humiliate, and crush resistance. Two philosophies, one built on engineering, the other on raw human power. But what price does ultimate security demand? In ADX Florence, prisoners descend into madness. Lawyers and human rights groups call it a form of psychological torture. In Black Dolphin, survival itself is torture. Sleep deprivation, constant light, endless humiliation. Both prisons achieve their goal, but at the cost of something far greater, the line between justice and cruelty. Even the strongest walls cannot block corruption. In America, critics say the Supermax system has become a warehouse for human misery, where oversight is scarce and abuse is easy to hide. Guards have been accused of brutality, of pushing men past the edge of sanity. In Russia, Black Dolphin is worse. Smuggled goods, violent punishments, and whispered stories of guards selling privileges to desperate inmates echo through its corridors. Both nations claim their prisons are flawless fortresses, but corruption seeps like water through stone. And when control depends on cruelty, who is really in charge? The guards or the darkness itself? Prisons are not only about crime, they are about politics. In America, ADX Florence represents strength in the face of terror. It is a message to the world. No enemy of the state will ever be free again. In Russia, Black Dolphin is a symbol of fear and loyalty to authority. Its very existence reminds the people that disobedience will be crushed no matter how far the prison stands from Moscow. These prisons are monuments, not just of security, but of national identity. They reveal what each country fears most and what it wants to project to the world. So who truly has the most secure prison? America's ADX. Florence isolates men into silent shadows where escape is impossible because the human spirit is already buried. Russia's Black Dolphin humiliates and breaks men until they cannot imagine freedom, let alone reach for it. One relies on technology, the other on terror. Both succeed, but at a cost measured not only in dollars or rubles, but in human lives slowly erased behind bars. In the end, the answer depends on how you define security: the absence of escape or the destruction of hope. And perhaps the world should be asking not who has the most secure prison, but whether such prisons should exist at all. From Colorado to Siberia, these prisons stand as monuments to human fear and control. They are designed to be unbreakable, to cage men who once terrified nations. Yet, behind every wall, there is a question society refuses to face. When security becomes absolute, does humanity disappear? Russia and America may battle for the title of the most secure prison, but the real contest is darker. It is between justice and cruelty, punishment and erasure. And in that battle, the walls themselves may be the only true winners.